In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the if node to build conditional logic in your workflow. By the end, you'll know exactly how to make your automation branch into different paths based on the data it receives, so it can respond intelligently without any manual effort. We'll start by adding an if node to your workflow. Think of the if node as your decision maker. It evaluates your incoming data against a condition you set and then splits the workflow into two possible routes, one for when the condition is true and another for when it's false. This makes it easy to handle different outcomes cleanly and predictably. Next, connect a previous node to the if node. This could be a webhook, an HTTP request, or any node that provides the data you want to evaluate. The key idea is that the if node doesn't invent data. It reads what comes from the node before it. It's a good practice to run that previous node once and inspect its output, so you know exactly which fields are available to check. Clear naming also helps. Label your node so the flow is easy to understand later. Now set the conditions inside the if node. Open the conditions section. Choose the specific field you want to evaluate, maybe a status, an amount, or a type. Then pick the right comparison operator, such as equal, not equal, or greater than. And finally enter the value to compare against. For example, you might check whether status equals completed. Be mindful of data types and formatting here. Completed is not the same as completed, and numbers should be treated as numbers, not text. Let's clarify the outputs. The true output activates when the condition you defined is met. The false output activates when it isn't. Each output is a separate path you can extend, so your workflow behaves differently depending on what the data says. This is where your automation becomes dynamic. From there, connect additional nodes to handle both paths. For example, you might send a notification email on the true path to confirm success, while on the false path, you could log the issue to a database for follow-up. The idea is to attach actions that make sense for each outcome, keeping your logic easy to read and maintain. Finally, test your workflow. Send sample data that should trigger the true path, then test a case that should trigger the false path. Review the execution details to confirm which path ran and verify the downstream actions did exactly what you expected. With that, your conditional logic is ready to go.